All right. First of all, I'd like to say our thoughts and prayers are with all the people affected by the storm. Obviously, it was a tragic time in South Carolina, but obviously in the state of Florida and Georgia and wherever it's hit, up in the North Carolina coast. Crowd was great today. I appreciate them coming out. I wish we had played better, given them a better showing, but they were outstanding. I want to thank President Pastides and Coach Tanner and Sheriff Lott for making this happen today, and it takes a lot of work and effort on those people's parts to make this happen, so I appreciate it. You know, offensively, field position, 3 turnovers, 3rd down. We got to get back in the open week and just find out some things that we can, improve on. All positions are open. Evaluations of those positions, we got to be more efficient. Defensively, you got to play block and you got to tackle. You can stunt and do as much as you stuff, which we did today. But eventually you got to defeat a block, you got to get off a block, and you got to tackle a guy, which has been an issue here for a long time. So that's something we're dealing with, and we're trying as best we can to work through. But it's very, very frustrating to not be able to know something's coming and you're having a hard time stopping it. So that's very frustrating. So we got the open week. It's come through a good time. Our players will be off tomorrow. We'll work as a staff to improve our team. And we got 6 games to go, and we're looking forward to those 6 games and continuing to improve our program. I'll open up for any questions.
Raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you, David.
You got a water, Steve?
Excuse me?
Water.
Will, how did you think Perry played, and was it ever a consideration to maybe try some things out with Brandon?
Well, we were not running the ball very well, and I think at the end of the day, between Rico and AJ, we had about 63 yards rushing. There was nothing in the run game. So we felt like we needed to throw the football, which I thought we were effective at times. But we got the ball moving, and you have a turnover. I mean, we just can't get out of our own way at times, and it's very frustrating. But could continue to go back at it and evaluate what we need to do to improve.
Is there a theme on 3rd down, whether it be they're just too long to convert consistently, or?
I don't think so. We had some manageable down and distances, in my opinion. Thank you. And we just got to convert. Whether it's a protection issue, whether it's a throw, whether it's the route, we got multiple things going on, and we got to get some answers because it's been an issue not staying on the field.
What happened with the lip?
I don't know. I got cut somewhere on the sideline.
With what they did running the ball, was there anything that they did that caught you guys off guard, or was it just you just didn't win battles?
You got to defeat blocks and you got to tackle people. I mean, you can stunt, and it's feast or famine and stunning against teams like this because they're going to be in gap schemes. They're going to cut back on you. We did hit some things at times, but at the end of the day, you got to take on a block and you got to get off a block and you got to tackle a guy.
You've mentioned being more creative in the run game. Where do you go from here to get more rushing yards?
Well, that's what we need to go back and look at. I mean, because what we're doing is not working, so you can't continue to do the same things. So, we just got to, if right now with where we are at the quarterback position, Perry obviously is further along throwing the football. Brandon's further along with what we can do in the run game. But, when you're not able to run the football, you got to be able to throw it some. And you got to be able to get in the right looks to be able to get the ball vertically down the field, which we did at times. Not consistent enough, but that's kind of where we are right now.
You guys tried Hurst with the punt returns. Didn't seem like that was working out the way you were hoping for. What do you do to fix that?
We're going to Chris Lamons. I'm up for anybody. I mean, I figured at a Division I program we'd have somebody that can catch a punt.
We saw what Debo was able to do today with stretching the field, but is he getting back to the health that you expect him to be at right now?
I think he's full speed. That was kind of, obviously didn't help us a couple weeks keeping him out, but he was not fully healthy. We needed to get him back full speed.
And I know clearly the run game wasn't what you wanted today, but Rico, what did he show you this week that led you to start him, and what did you get to see from him?
He's a good back. He runs through contact, and that's what good running backs do. He's got to hold on to the football. No.
As a defensive coach, defensive guy, is there anything more frustrating than seeing them run like they did when you know pretty much what's coming at you?
No.
Back over here.
The secondary that made it gave Jacob Eason such a tough time.
What's that?
What was it that y'all did in the secondary that gave Jacob Eason such a tough time today?
Well, they didn't have to throw it. I mean, we got good pressure when they did throw it. I mean, they threw it 17 times. That was probably 17 too many.
Questions for Coach? Yeah, gentlemen, right here.
Given that it's the bye week, do you take an extra look at Jake Bentley this week and perhaps play him afterwards?
Well, we need to evaluate where we are and moving forward and what gives us the best opportunity to be successful, and that's at all positions.
Stand back there, Mike.
Locker room like after today, and how important is the bye week now after a couple losses in a row?
Well, no, I mean, I'll tell you after the next game. So we just need to manage it the right way. I told the players they had off tomorrow, and they need to decompress a little bit. We need to get back as a staff. We were going to go recruiting, but because of the weather, we need to, and we need to evaluate what we're doing. So we'll get back and work tomorrow and get back and evaluate Tuesday kind of where we are and get good practice Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And, just got to improve our team. That's the bottom line right now. We got to get better. I don't think anybody questions the effort. I don't think anybody questions the want to. We're just not getting the execution, and it's very, just disappointing for them not to get the results because they have worked hard, they have put the time in, but that's part of it.
Did you and Kirby get to visit any today, and how does a post game go when you're close friends like that, just the same as any other?
Good luck.
Did you think that your team would be a little bit further along at this point going into the bye week?
Again, you are what your record is. We're 2-4. That's not good enough.
How much personnel shifting did you have to do with Fenton out?
Well, Rashad had an ankle, and we looked at him in pregame. We decided in pregame we would only play him in an emergency situation. I felt like he probably could have played, but, again, it had nothing to do with the perimeter and the edges. It had to do with our front seven being able to play blocks and get off blocks and tackle people. And that's what we've been talking about it, and we got to improve.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you.